Hello student, good morning to all of you. Hi, I am Sandeep Sharma and today I have to start the chapter number 15. I am your math teacher. As you know that in my previous video I have to tell you the chapter number 10. Now the chapter number 10 is complete. Remaining question we have to say in this video you have to cut down, and only two question of the exercise 10.3 is come in your exam. So prepare these chapter. Now we have to start your new chapter with the introduction of this chapter. Chapter number 17. The name of this chapter, as you know that, and also you have to see on the screen, that is a data handling. Okay. Now we have to explain what is the meaning of data handling, students. Data handling is nothing but, you very well know, data handling is refers to the procedures doing to organize the information provided in order to perform mathematical operation on them. That's mean data handling is nothing but a procedure. Data handling is a procedure that organize all the information that you have with the help of example or anything else that give you data. When you have to organize that data, so you have to use data handling to organize that data, or either you have to want to calculate on it. Okay, so that time you are use the data handling subject or data handling topic. Now we have to explain the next things, that is your pie chart. Student, pie chart is the important topic or important terms in this chapter, because it will help to understood or display the data in the form of picture or a graph. Okay, student, as you know that if you have to see any type of picture or any type of graph, so that time you are understood what the graph is says. Just like in your in your when you have to then when you have to a small kids, that time you have to see the picture and then you have to understood what is it, and you have to give the reply to your teacher, ma'am or sir, this is this and this is this, and it is help to understood the things of that picture, what he is and how to work these things. So picture is help to understood how to do at that topic and how to work at that topic. Okay, so this pie chart is helped to understood the data. Okay, how the data is saved, what the data is give. Okay, so this is the definition of the pie chart. The pie chart definition is a pie chart. A pie chart. Uh, a pie chart shows the relationship between a whole circle and its part. That means pie chart is help to create with the help of a circle, and the circle you have to divide in so many parts according to your data. Okay, so the circle is divided into the section, and this section is help to the size. This section is display the size of that type of data, that data you have to display by the pie chart. So the size of the each sector is proportional to the information it presents. Okay, so that's mean this is a pie chart. Pie chart is displayed with the help of a circle, and you have to distribute or divide that circle according to your data, that data you have to want to display. So that type of information you have to divide that circle, and the circle have a little sectors or sector here, little sector you have, and then that sector is display that data how it is. Okay, that data how amount is get. Okay, so here we have to give you a pie chart. This is a pie chart here, and in this pie chart you know carbon dioxide is getting this box, that's mean this is a this is get the this amount, and also fat is get this amount, and the protein get this amount, and the mineral get this amount, and the lactose get this amount. So this is a pie chart, and this pie chart is help to understood a human body is get how many uh, how many carbohydrate, how many minerals, how many protein, how many fat, and how many lactose. Okay, so with the help of these things we have to understood, and we have to easily get the information. Okay, so pie chart is help to understood what the data is say, and it is also help to give the information in a shorted time. Now we have to explain the next things, that is your ray data. Ray data is also the important factor of data handling. Student, you very well know that without any raw material you are not create or you are not made any type of thing in this world. दैट्स मीन अगर मैं आपसे कहूं कि आपको एक घर बनाना है, तो रॉ मटेरियल आपके लिए क्या होगा? रॉ मटेरियल होगा आपके लिए आपके घर की ईंटें, आपका सीमेंट, ये आपके लिए मजदूर, ये क्या है? रॉ मटेरियल है। जमीन, जिस जमीन पर, जिस लैंड पर आप घर बनाना चाहते हैं, दैट इज ऑल द रॉ मटेरियल। तो व्हेन यू हैव टू create or make or construct or form anything, so that time you very well know you are required the raw material. Okay, so student, a raw material is also known as the primary data for constructing anything. For constructing the anything, that time a raw data is used. Okay, so raw data is an unorganized form, then you have to organize that things with the help of data handling. So raw material is the major and important factor of these things. That's mean if you don't have any raw material, then you are not work anything else. If you have a raw material, then you have to organize, and that raw material is nothing but that is a thing that is unorganized form. Okay, now we have to explain you pictograph. In the previous class you also create so many type of things with the help of pictograph. So I, in this video we have to explain the pictograph. Okay, pictograph is nothing but student, it is a graphical representation of a data only. If you have to represent any type of data with the help of graph or with the help of picture, so that time pictograph is help to do these things. Okay, so that's mean if you want to create, if you want to make any type of things with the help of, or you have to display any type of thing with the help of picture, then you are used pictograph. Okay, just like if you have a category man and woman, so then we have to display four men with the help of four arrow, and two men with the help of two arrow. Okay, this is also help to understood the concept, or you it is also help to understood what we have to say and what we have to do. Okay, and also it will give the information within a single shot. Now student, that is a bar graph. Bar graph is the next topic of this chapter, and it is also be the important topic for this chapter, bar graph. Okay, so bar graph is a representation of a data using a rectangular bar. Student, if you have to represent that data, that raw data with the help of picture, then you have to use the pictorial graph. If you have to represent that data in the form of rectangular bar, then you have to use the bar graph. This is the only difference between a pictorial graph and a bar graph. Okay, if you have to represent that data with the rectangular bar, then you have to use the bar graph. And are that having the height and that are proportional to the value that are represented by them. So that's mean that bar height is display how the value is increased and how the value is decreased. What's the value is have and what's the value is not have. बार ग्राफ की जो हाइट होती है वो आपको ये बताती है कि वैल्यू को आपको कहाँ रखना है, किस स्टैंड पर रखना है, वैल्यू कहाँ तक जाएगी, वैल्यू में क्या इंक्रीमेंट होगा। ओके, वैल्यू कितनी इंक्रीज हो रही है, कितनी डिक्रीज हो रही है, दैट इज रिप्रेजेंट विद द हेल्प ऑफ द हाइट ऑफ ए बार ग्राफ। or you have to display any type of graph with the help of bar or a rectangular bar, so that time you are use the bar graph. Okay, now we have to go on my next topic, and also I have to show you what is the bar graph. Student, this is your bar graph. This is your bar graph. Every data you have to represent with the help of bar, just like this bar, this bar, this bar. So by this way you have to understood that this line is so high. So that's mean the value of these things is increased, and this line is so low. So the value of these things is low or less. Okay, so that this height is represent the value is greatest or increase, or the height is decrease or increase here. Okay, now we have to explain you a frequency. Student, you have a raw data, and that time you have a raw data, that raw data you are represent with the help of graph, then you have to use so many type of graph, just like I have to tell you in this video previously. And if you are have a raw data and you have to want to organize in a particular form, that time you are use a tabular form. That's mean if you want to display any type of data in the form of table, so that time you are used these things, that is your frequency. Frequency is help to understood what the observation have, means ke how many type of observation is come in your data. ओके, कितने टाइम आपकी वो इंफॉर्मेशन आपके डेटा में आई हुई है। ओके, frequency is nothing at, frequency is the amount, is the number of times that a particular observation or event occur. That's mean how many type of occupation, how many type of event is come, that is a frequency. So that's mean you have to write one by one your observation, and then after you have to write the observation times. That's mean just like अगर आपसे मैंने डेटा कह दिया 2 2 3 3 5 5, तो that time you have to write observation is only 2, but 2 is come as a 2 time, so you have to write frequency is 3. Okay, observation is just like we have to give an example here. See this, if we have to give you the mm, data just like 2 comma 2 comma 2 comma 2 comma 2 comma 3 comma 3 comma 3, so then you have to create a table for this. So that time you are used 2, that is your observation, and the frequency is what, how many type of 2 come here, 1 2 3 4 5 times, so this is your frequency, 5 is your frequency and 2 is your observation. Okay, now students, we have to say you the next things, that is a grouped frequency distribution. Grouped frequency distribution is the next topic. Okay, that is related with your frequency also, but here some difference you have. Group frequency distribution. Student, group frequency distribution, a distribution, a large amount of a raw data. When you have a large amount of raw data, that time you are use the group frequency distribution. That's mean you have to make a group, and then after you have to take a frequency of that group. So that's known as a group frequency distribution. In a group frequency distribution, a large amount of a raw data is represented by making the group or class interval and obtain a frequency distribution of the number of observation falling in each group. That's mean you have to create a interval for that observation, and then after you have to check how many times of this data have. Okay, means के मैंने आपसे कहा कि you have a data just like 5 4 6 3 2 1, and then you have to create a small interval just like 1 2 3 and 3 to 5. So these are the interval. You have to take a range 1 to 3. These known as a interval, and this interval have a observation just like 1 2 3. So these are a 3 data here. So you get a 3 frequency. So this is a frequency and this is your interval, and this is known, these all things is known as a group frequency distribution. Okay, now we have to explain you these things. Just these things you have to know कि this is a 6 to 60 to 70, that is your interval कि 60 to 70 के बीच में जितनी भी वैल्यू होगी that is come in this interval. Okay, so here 60 is your lowest limit and 70 is your upper limit here. Student, now we have to explain the next topic, that is an equally like outcome here. Equally like outcome, what is the meaning of outcome here? Student, this topic is related with the probability, and this probability is nothing but probability is a collection or calculation. Probability is the calculation of doubt. When you have to find any type of doubt, that time you have to use the probability to calculate that things. So that time so many things you have, just like a outcome. What is the meaning of outcome? Outcome is just like if you have to toss any type of coin, so that time you have a two face. A coin have a two face, just like first is head, second is tail. Okay, coin have a two face only, first is head, second is tail. So that time when we have to say कि you have to toss a coin, so you get a only two face, and you ask to anyone कि I got the head or I got the tail, so you got only one things. So at a time you got only one things, either be you are win or either be you are lost your things, because when you have to toss, then either be a head is come or either be a tail is come. Okay, so that time you understood कि what observation you get, and that calculation कि my tail is come or my head is come. So these things is calculated by the probability, and outcome is these things के head is come or tail is come. So head is a one outcome and tail is the other outcome. Equally like outcome means कि when you are toss anything, you are toss your coin, and then you got the head या tail. Okay, so that time either be head is come or either be tail is come, all the face have an equal outcome. या तो tail ही आएगा या head ही आएगा. ओके, बट ऐसा कॉइन कोई नहीं होगा कि जब भी आप टॉस करेंगे तो टॉस करने के बाद में ओनली हेड ही आए या ओनली टेल ही आए. तो दैट टाइम ऐसा कोई कॉइन नहीं होगा कि जब आप टॉस करें तो हेड ही आए. तो हेड आया तो इसका मतलब उसकी इक्वली आउटकम नहीं है, इक्वली लाइक आउटकम नहीं है, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट गैव ओनली वन आउटकम. ओके, तो दैट टाइम इट इज नॉट हैव एन इक्वली लाइक आउटकम. When you have to toss, either be you have a two face or three face or six face that have an equal outcome, that time you have to say that is known as an equally like outcome. Here we know, here we have to understood or give you the next topic, that is a random experiment. So random experiment, you have to see here, random experiment is an experiment for which the outcome cannot be predicted with the constantly. Means ke when you have random experiment or experiment when you are not know which outcome is come. Okay, just like you have a box, and in this box you have to mix so many type of balls, and then without any close your eyes, and then after you have to pick any type of ball. So that time you are not know which color of ball you have. Okay, because box have a different type of colored ball, and that time you have to close your eyes and then you have to pick anyone. So that time you are not know which type of color ball you get. So that time which you are not know which observation is come, that random experiment, that is known as random experiment. Are you understand? Now we have to explain you experiment. An experiment is any procedure that can be infinitely repeated and has a well defined set of possible outcome. That's mean this is a sample space, or each outcome of an experiment is called an event. That's mean just same things ki you have to pick a color ball. So that time that color ball is known as event, and remaining color ball is not an event here. Okay, and that experiment is known as an experiment. That observation, that activity is known as an experiment, and that is randomly you have to pick. So that experiment is known as a random experiment. Okay, equally like outcome I have to explain here, or a previously. Equally like outcome are those which have the same chance of occurring. Means जब आपके पास सेम चांस हो किसी चीज को कंटेन करने के लिए, दैट टाइम यू हैव टू यूज और से equally like outcome here. Now we have to explain you the next things, that is the formula of a probability. Okay, so probability is a likelihood of the occurrence of an event. An event is set to a set of the outcome of an experiment. Okay, so probability is a collection or a calculation. Probability is a calculation of a doubt. So that's mean it will say कि an event is a set of outcome of an experiment. So this is known as a probability. Now this is a formula of a probability, you understood. P of E. So P of E means probability of event. E for event, P for probability. So probability of event is equal to number of outcome that make an event, and upon total number of outcome of an experiment. This is the formula you are used in the exercise 13.3. Okay, now all the chapter we have to introduced here, and if any type of doubt in this chapter, then you have to ask me. Now we have to start your exercise 17.1 here. Here you know that this is your first question. Write true or false with the reference to the following frequency table. Here the frequency table is given. This is the frequency table, student. This is known as a frequency table. Okay, just like you have a science marks, and the number of student get these things. Okay, so science mark is just like science marks, 1 to 10, 2 student get. 10 to 20, 10 to 20 marks get the 40 student. 20 to 30, 12 student get. 30 to 40, 15 student get. So these type of data you have. Then some question is asked with related this data here. Question number 1 is a frequency, the frequency of 18 is 2, right or wrong? You have to see here, the frequency of 18 is 2. Here you know frequency of 18. So 18 is lies in this interval, because 10 to 20, So 18 is lie in this interval na. So this frequency is 4 here, but it is not a 2, so this is a false. Same thing, frequency of 35, frequency of 35 is 15, so you have to see these things in this interval 30 to 40, 30 to 40, in between this 35 is come. So the frequency of these things is 15, so here it is right, this is a frequency 15 here, so it is right here. Again, class 90 to 100 has the lowest frequency, so you have to see 90 to 100, yes, 90 to 100, this is your interval and that have a lowest frequency, that is the lowest value compared to other these value. Okay, now the next question is class 50 to 60 has the frequency is 18, so you have to see 50 to 60 that the frequency is 18, no, that's value is 25, so this is a false. Now the next question is class 60 to 70 has the highest frequency, so see the class 60 to 70 here, 60 to 70 here, so this value is 9, but here the 25 is the greatest value, so this is not a highest frequency, so this is, it is false. Now the next is the frequency of 48 is 18, so you get this 48, 48 is come in this interval, so this value is 18, frequency is 18, yes, this is the frequency is 18, so it is right. Now the next G, the total number of a student is 100, so you have to calculate all these things, you have to add all these students, you have to add these things, these all student you have to add it, and then after check if this is equal to 100, so if the 100 is come, then it is true, or either be this is false. So here we have to add all these things, but it is not equal to the 100, so it is false. Okay, now we have to explain the next question, same things, there is a 10 classes interval, yes, all these 10 classes here, how to know that 10 classes, just like 1 2 3 4 5 6, uh, same things above is there, so this is a 10 classes, so this is true. And now if the passing marks are 41, then the number of students that are failed is 33, so you have to check these things. If the passing marks is 41, so 41 is lies in this interval, and when this interval is come here, so you get so many student is fail, just like see here, these students are fail, these student, okay, and these all student is equal to um, 33, then this is question is false, true, or otherwise this is false, so this value is equal to I think be 33, so this is true. Okay, so by this way you have to solve this type of question. Now you have a second question, that in this second question you have to draw a pie chart. So with the help of this table you have to create a pie chart at your home. This is your homework today. Okay, if you have any type of concern related with this class or this chapter, then you have to ask me directly, or either you have to comment below of this video. I solve your problem as soon as possible, and don't worry, in 2 and 3 days we have to share the syllabus of class 8, how many chapters come in your exam. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.